Hello and welcome to Reel as we come to you today from the Big E, the largest fair in the Northeast and the 5th largest in North America. This is the 98th year for this New England State Fair with big talent, lots of food, animals, rides, shopping, and so much more. This 17-day extravaganza features a daily Mardi Gras parade, the Big E Circus, and everyone's favorite, the giant yellow slide. And of course, there's a special exhibit here this year at the Big E. It's dedicated to the 1964 World's Fair in New York City. We will talk to Gene Cassidy, president of the Big E here in West Springfield, coming up in just a bit. But first, our own Terry Hegarty had the tough assignment this year to sum up all that there is to do and eat here at the Big E. We gave him 6 minutes and 30 seconds to do just that. Let's see if he makes it.
So, the clock is ticking. I have just 6.5 minutes to present all that New England's great state fair has to offer. Fitting 98 years of history and fun into a short piece can best be accomplished by showing you, rather than telling you, about the 2014 Eastern States Exposition. When starting your adventure here at the Big E, the sheer number and variety of activities can be overwhelming. So rather than decide what I wanted to do, I thought I'd ask fairgoers what some of their favorite activities are.
I'm thinking probably the state buildings.
Yeah.
Enjoyable to, again, see what's there here and see what's different.
We actually came for the food. We've been waiting all day for this, like haven't eaten all day, been waiting for it.
I come every year, first day with my grandfather, and I've been doing it since I was little, so it's like something really special, and so is the Big E.
Some had a hard time narrowing their favorites down.
My favorite part is the Mardi Gras parade, and I like going on all the rides, and just the food is amazing.
There's everything you can think of. There's rides, entertainment, there's food, there's shopping. It's everything you can do in one little place.
All right, I have to admit there are some downsides here at the Big E. If you misbehave, you end up in jail. But the only thing I'm guilty of is having fun here at the Big E. Once out of jail, I was perfectly happy just playing ball, but I had to keep moving. Many of the people we spoke to today said their favorite thing about the Big E is the food. And a favorite ingredient in many of the foods is, well, you can't say it too loudly, bacon. I actually passed on the reportedly delicious bacon peanut butter pizza in favor of a baked potato with pulled pork. All right, well, it's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. I'm all ready. My pork, my baked potato, it is a meal and a half. Now I see why food is the favorite of many fairgoers. Also on the list is shopping, all that the state buildings have to offer, the Big E parade, and the ride. But I still wondered, not so much about what people's favorite things were, but how much they knew about the exposition. That's why I initiated our infamous Big E Trivia. And right off the bat, we happened upon the one person who should have no trouble with even our toughest questions. True or false, the television camera adds 10 pounds?
Oh no, that's false, because I know for a fact the camera adds 22 pounds. 22, okay, all right. How many pounds does the Big E add with all the food here? Well, that's the great thing about the Big E. You do so much walking, you burn off all the calories. Okay. The good thing about trivia is, if I don't know the answer, I'm going to make it up.
I went on to see how others would fare with our demanding inquiries. See if you can tell me how many state buildings there are here at the Big E.
All the New England states, what do they say?
Right.
No, good job.
Oh, that's the question.
Good job. Massachusetts, Island, she said 6.
6? She said 6, and you?
I counted 6.
6. All right, you win.
I win.
You win my gratitude. True or false? The Big E is fun.
Yeah.
So here we are at the 1964 World's Fair exhibit. Yep. True or false? You were alive in 1964.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely? By a lot?
Yes,
oh,
I was 24 years old.
Oh, dude. Big E takes place in A, Erie, Pennsylvania, B, Guatemala, C, East Springfield, or D, West Springfield.
Actually, we were in Guatemala earlier this year, and I didn't see anything like this. So I'm going to have to say West Springfield.
Despite what I thought were some pretty challenging questions, all who tried Big E trivia were up to the task.
True or false? Once you're at the Big E, nothing else matters.
That is so true.
That's true. True or false? The Big E used to be called the Big D.
Ooh,
Tough one.
I've never heard that before. I don't think so.
So what are you saying?
False.
False. You're right. True or false? What happens at the Big E stays at the Big E.
True.
That's true. So, although we're on camera saying this, so, you know, I don't know if you want to say anything that has happened. No. Okay, all right, that's fine.
A few contestants were more challenging to interview, including Henrietta, the talking cow.
So let me ask you a trivia question. Actually, this one's multiple choice. Where does the Big E take place?
West Springfield.
Oh, wait a minute. That was multiple choice. All right, you got that one. Okay. Where's chocolate milk come from?
It comes from me. They just add a little bit to it.
I even felt brave enough to pose a question to someone who's well known, but not for his voice.
The Big E has lots of A, animals, B, people, C, cars, or D, all of the above. D. Is that your answer? And you're correct again. Absolutely, you got it. Mr. Big E, you are very smart. You don't say a lot, but I like it. You're very smart. Thank you. Well, I wasn't able to get any trivia questions answered from these guys, but whether it's your favorite activity or not, visiting the animals is a must-see for any trip to the Big E. At the end of a long day at the Big E, you may be sick of walking. So there's also the option of simply sliding. Woo! Ho ho! And we're done.
Well, not quite done. With 8 seconds left, I have just enough time to say, reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.
Well, that was one tough assignment, Terry, and great job. And joining me now is Big E President Gene Cassidy. Thank you so much for having us today, Gene.
Thank you, Sharon, very much for having me.
Now, Gene, this fair has been here for 98 years, and it spans generations, and it must be so exciting for people to come back year after year.
Well, it's really exciting for us who work here, for certain, sure, and you know, I think that we've proven a great tradition for all of the region. We are now the 5th largest fair in North America. A great venue for family entertainment. It's a very wholesome place to bring your family, and we try to do our best to bring entertainers that appeal to many generations, and I think that accounts for our popularity in the region.
Mm-hmm. Now this year you have a very special exhibit, and we're standing here in front of it, the 1964 New York World's Fair. How exciting. What can you tell us about this?
We had an opportunity to introduce people to the World's Fair, and we said, let's capitalize on that. So we brought some iconic imagery from the World's Fair here. And it's funny because a lot of the images are kind of quaint when we look at them in the context of 2014, but when the World's Fair was produced, it was cutting edge. And like the Big E in 1916, when we had our first fair, we were very cutting edge at that time too. So we have an original 1964-65 Mustang here on display behind me that appeared at the World's Fair in 1964. And I hope it attracts people to see this tremendous exhibit that we've built around the 50th anniversary of that World's Fair.
Now, people still have one more week, tomorrow and a whole nother week, to experience the fair. What can they look forward to?
We close on the 28th of September. We've got incredible new food items here at the fair. For those of you with children, or you who are children at heart like me, some awesome new rides. We've got great entertainment. So there's many compelling reasons to be here. If for no other reason, this is such a comfortable place and a safe place to walk around. And I hope that you are as proud of this place as I am.
Well, best of luck to you, Gene. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you, Sharon, for being here at the Eastern States.
It's our pleasure.